Let's dig into the Qarooh video instance. No need to talk too much.
The original job was designed in Photoshop. It will now be imported to After Effects. Ctrl I is to import. So you search for your file. It is named as Qarooh. So I just search Qarooh, and that's the file. So after importing the file now, I drag it down to my composition. Double click it to open it. Ctrl K is to edit the composition. So 1080 by 1080. That's the standard size for Instagram. So I need to arrange them on top of each other so it doesn't move when the white flips to black. So I have to first of all do the arranging before I start animating. There's also no background here. That's a mistake from Photoshop. So I will still go inside it and add a background. Ctrl Y will add a new solid. And then I make it the color I want to make it. Okay. And I move it downwards. Same thing for the black one. Ctrl Y is for your solid. And I make it black for the dark theme. And I move it downwards. Now I'm thinking, it has to be exact before I animate. What's the best way? That background copy is useless, but let's just leave it there. Maybe it will get useful later. So how do I fix this thing? Okay, you know what? Let me dig into the dark mode and go and hide the background. Let me make it invisible so I can see better. Okay, now I can see. Okay, are we almost there? Almost there. P will bring out position for you. Yeah, it is balanced now, so I'll be using full screen capture on Google Chrome to capture the entire website from top to bottom. Full page screen capture on Chrome. Ctrl I is to import. Alpha Matte is used to mask it. You need to watch a tutorial on Alpha Matte to learn more about it. But Alpha Matte is used to put it inside that rectangular frame, that gray frame that was there before. It is now displaying only the gray frame area. I want to make the animation 30 seconds. But to make it 30 seconds, the first 5 seconds will be like intro. That's where the logo will first come out. Then I'll start animating the page movement. That one will take about 8 seconds. Let's check. Okay, yeah. That one will take about 8 seconds. So 5 plus 8, that's 13. Yeah, 13.05. So I move it all the way from the header to the footer at once. A single swipe. Yes, that's it. So it is now at the footer. F9 is to ease. So what I want to do now is I want to make it slow down a bit at some certain places. So I will first of all add keyframes at the places where I want it to slow down. So how it works, I can add a keyframe here. Then the next place where I want it to slow down, 3-in-1 solution, I add a keyframe here. This car should slow down also. I think, okay, let me add a keyframe here also. Track campaign performance keyframe, product keyframe. To zoom in, you will use the key beside your number 1. That's wavy key. So what you want to do is you want to make it a bit more horizontal but not too flat. If it is too flat, it will stop. You just want it to slow down a bit. So this small bend is making it slow down a bit at those points. You can learn more about that, value graph and speed graph. The color is not looking very rich, so I would like to add a curve to it. Effect and preset is where that one is. That's S makes it richer, makes the red, makes the colors pop and make it richer using curves. So you check your job. I move it all the way back up again and add ease. Always add ease to your job. The dramatic effects makes it look nicer. Then I want to close it, make the transparency. T is for transparency. I import the black version. So as it stands now, I don't want to do all that positioning stuff twice. So I just copy the white one, paste it in the dark place. Then I hold down Alt. So holding down Alt and dragging the black one into the white one will replace the image and retain all the characteristics. So all I just need to do now is to use a null object to balance it. You can watch a tutorial on null objects also. All these tutorials that you need to watch, they are very short, maybe 3-5 minutes. So what I'm doing right now is I am moving the position. I am balancing it at the places where I want it to slow down. The extent of the slowing down will be the same, but I'm just balancing it to work at the right location now that it is balanced. Let's make the white disappear and then the black will show underneath it. Always add ease. That one is very aggressive, so it looks like a popping disappearing. Yes, like that. Then we need a cursor. When you are importing files, make sure you are putting in only PNG or JPEG file. I made a mistake and I tried WebP file, it didn't work. I tried another bad file, it didn't work. Then I had to look for a PNG file. Use PNG. So you go to After Effects, Ctrl-I import, and you import the file. You hit S on your keyboard to scale it down. S will bring out scale. I think it would be nice to add a circle in the background. Circle will make the cursor pop out. So add a circle there. P will bring up position, remember. So make the opacity low so it doesn't get too intrusive. T, opacity. T for opacity. So I just made it a little bit transparent. Then I parented it to the cursor. So now, since they are parented, I can move just the cursor and it will move both of them. P is for position. I added the keyframe. And now, so because of the parenting, they move together. S for scale. I want to make it seem like it gets small, big, and then small back, like it was clicked. So just add scale keyframes, front, back, and front. I think you understand. Always save your file. Don't leave your file and then save towards the end like me, please. So now I need to have an intro, but I cannot now start animating intro. I'm already getting tired. So I'll just use this part from a video I did before. I'll just cut this "Let Us Carry Your Car." I'll just trim it at this. Yes, trim it, yes. Then I use transparency to animate it out. So it is animated out 5 seconds. I'll be using the same file, Ctrl-D to duplicate it. I'll be using the same file as the sound, but however, I need to go and make it invisible. Then now make the other one mute. The same place where the eyes is, that speaker will make it mute. Always check your job. Always check your job. Always double check it in case there's any correction you need to do. So now you need to now move the dark one to move at the exact point where the white one disappears. The dark one starts moving. Nothing should pause at any point in time. Always check your job. Always check your job. It's looking, nothing I've scattered yet. It's looking good. Actually, a lot I've scattered, but I can't show you everything. But always check your job. I cannot overemphasize that. Now we need to have an outro. So the outro is where the express comes in. Ctrl-Y, add a new solid. Then opacity 0 to 100 to animate the solid out. Ctrl I to import. I type my Express logo. Alright, import it. It is black, but we need to invert it. So S will bring up your scale. You just go to effects and presets, type invert and double click it. It will invert the colors. Okay, balance it. T for opacity. I made a mistake there, so keyframe assistant flipped it for me. I cannot use value graph for this for some reason, so I have to switch to speed graph. This graph stuff I cannot overemphasize. It's very, very important. You need to learn it. I'll probably make a course on it later, but for now, let's move. Identity is everything. So S for scale, I move it to the center. I bring out title action safe to look at the gauge and balance it proper, center bottom. Then I add transparency, the same T, 0 to 100. I add a new solid to close it. That one needs to be white. So 0 to 100. Then the closing one, a white solid. Ctrl Y for a new solid. I make it white. I'm using open and close brackets to move the entire composition to the playhead. So always check your job, always check your job, always check your job. So I'm just making final checks now, seeing if there's anything that needs to be adjusted and arranged briefly. Always check your job, always check your job. Okay, a little problem. Let me just go and fix that. Just very, very minor problem. It is too fast. Yeah, okay, that's better. Then I render. Control. That's all. This thing might take you 30 minutes, might take you 1 hour, might take you, but just don't give up. You have to just keep trying and trying and trying until you get the result you want to get. So now that we have rendered it, I won't advise you use After Effects to render, but